I know a lot of you guys don't have Vanguard and you're probably wanting to level up your weapons as fast as possible on only Warzone. So in today's video, I'm going to be focusing on how to level up your weapons in only Warzone without multiplayer. Please do be sure to subscribe and also drop a like. I would really appreciate it. We're so close to 70,000 subscribers and I post videos like this every single day, so I'd really appreciate the support. Now, quick disclaimer. At the moment, at the time of recording this video, the weapon XP is a little bit broken and for some people it isn't actually tracking, which is pretty annoying. This always happens for some reason. They are aware of it and they should be fixing it pretty soon. So if it isn't working for you, unfortunately, you're just going to have to wait until they fix it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this. And obviously what you guys are going to want to do is hop into Plunder. Plunder allows you to have your loadout as soon as you spawn and you have unlimited lives. So you don't have to worry about not having your loadout. You can spawn in straight away, get your loadout and start leveling up your weapons as soon as possible. If you played Warzone before this new map came out, which I'm guessing pretty much all of you guys probably did, then you might already be aware of this first method. But basically in Plunder, you basically just want to run around and do as many supply run contracts as you possibly can. One of the most important things you need to do whenever you do this method is get yourself a helicopter, because this is going to be one of the fastest ways to get around the map. And that being said, the faster you can get around the map, the more of these contracts you can do. Whenever you complete one of these contracts, you get around about 500 weapon XP for the first couple, and then after you've done about 3 or 4, the XP for each contract actually starts going up and up and up, so you're going to be getting more and more XP the more you do. Obviously as well, if you have double XP tokens, this will actually count towards the XP, so if you have double weapon XP tokens, make sure to stick on these tokens, because it will turn that 500 weapon XP into 1,000 plus weapon XP. Another huge tip I have for you guys is to use a specific perk which is actually going to get you more XP. This is in perk 2 and it's called Point Man, and this actually gives you more weapon XP every single time you complete a contract. Now in the description it doesn't say that it gives you more weapon XP, it just says that it gives you more cash from missions. However, it actually gives you more weapon XP as well. The only problem with this specific method is that a lot of people do actually know about it. So that being said, after about 3 or 4 contracts, most of the supply run contracts are usually gone in the map. It depends if in your lobby there's a lot of other people doing it, but it is one of the most popular methods that people are using, and because of that, a lot of these supply run contracts are being taken very, very early in the game. I would also really recommend you guys doing these with a team. If you have a team, this can be very, very helpful, because sometimes there's a lot of campers, or sometimes there might be other teams going for the supply run contracts and they will kill you. So if you are playing solo, it will be much easier to do this with a team, and everyone on the team actually gets the weapon XP whenever the contract is completed. The next method I want to talk about is something to do with the new Warzone update, and this is actually a new feature which we haven't seen before. So on the map there's actually these things called top secret contracts, and they actually give you a lot of weapon XP for completing them. Whenever you grab one of these contracts, it will be a completely random contract. It could be a bounty, it could be a supply run contract, it could be a recon contract, but as you guys can see, this time when I grabbed it, it was a simple bounty contract, and a bounty contract is pretty easy to complete. All you need to do is go ahead and kill the bounty and you'll be rewarded with weapon XP. Now normally with a normal bounty you only get about 200 weapon XP for actually killing the bounty. However, with this one, as you guys will see, I get over 1,000 weapon XP, and I had a double XP token on at the time, so that's 2,000 weapon XP from doing one bounty. So that being said, these contracts actually give you more XP than the normal contracts do. You just don't know what it's going to give you. It can give you something completely random, but it does give you a lot of weapon XP, so they're definitely something you should look into. Now for this next method, you are going to need some people to play with, but this is probably one of the fastest methods in the entire game. So what you guys are going to want to do is get in a team with, like however many people you want, 3, 4, whatever, it doesn't really matter. but you do need some people to play with. Now, if you don't have anyone to play with, you can join my Discord. There's over 3,000 people in there. Just ask if anyone wants to play, and I'm sure there will be some people who want to play. So for this method, what you guys are going to want to do is get one person to run around doing contracts. They can do whatever contracts they want to. They can do the top secret ones, they can do recon contracts, they can do supply on contracts, bounties. It's up to them. They basically just run around the map all game completing contracts. Now, what you guys are going to want to do is the other people are going to run around the map just getting kills. Now, in this game, if anyone on your team completes a contract, the whole entire team gets the weapon XP. So the person who is running around doing the contracts is going to obviously be completing the contracts for the entire team. And the people who are getting kills are basically going to be doing two things at once without actually needing to do the contracts. They will be getting weapon XP for the kills and also weapon XP for completing the contracts. Now, to make this fair, you obviously want to switch each game, because if the same person is doing the contracts every single game, it is going to be a little bit unfair because they will be getting less XP. So make sure to make it fair and just switch up each game the person who is only doing contracts. Now, obviously the person who is doing contracts might get a couple of kills whilst they are doing them, but the people who aren't doing the contracts will be getting more XP because they should be getting more kills. Now, that is basically it for all the Warzone tips. However, there is one more thing I'd like to mention, and that is free-to-play Vanguard weekends. If you only have Warzone, every month they basically do a free-to-play Vanguard weekend where everyone, even if you don't have Vanguard, you don't have to buy it, you can play it for the weekend for completely free. That being said, whenever there is a free-to-play Vanguard weekend, make sure you are taking full advantage of this and make sure you are leveling up your weapons in the free-to-play weekends. One of the best methods is to load into zombies, go into the spawn room and melee all of the spawn zombies. Once you guys have done that, you then want to go into the harvest objective and melee all of the zombies up until you get 35 eliminations in total, and then you want to leave the game. This is the best weapon XP for Vanguard, just to let you guys know, so whenever there is a free-to-play weekend, make sure you are taking advantage of it, because it is a very, very good weapon XP method. You basically get about 2,000 weapon XP every single 2 minutes with a double XP token. Also, you can play Ship House 24/7, etc. to level up your guns in multiplayer, and that is basically it. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.